Hello, Ross Gosselin here, and welcome to the finale of the Get Outside Your Comfort Zone group build that was started almost a year ago. I think it was definitely a year ago that Hamilkar, Barkas, and I started talking and emailing via the internet about a group build. We both sort of had a similar theme of having model builders build something that was a bit of a challenge to the particular individual, such as a genre or a modeling skill set using photo etch, or maybe using a technique that was still unfamiliar. And the idea behind this, or the premise of this group build, was just to give the model builder a gentle nudge or a gentle opportunity to try something that was a bit beyond their reach due to the skill, or maybe it just wasn't interesting enough. Maybe somebody had an airplane kit on their shelf, but yet they build cars, or maybe they build armor, and it had just been collecting dust. And so the opportunity was, hey, you know what? Let's build something that you haven't done before, just to see what it's like. And with that conversation, with all that theme, Michael and I decided to send this group build forth across the universe, and we were both very humbled by the amount of response that came. The numbers were pretty large, so large that I felt slightly overwhelmed once I first started receiving all these participants. Not only participants, but we were making videos, and it was piling up. So I'll give my first thank you to Mark O'Neill, because without what he presented during the D-Day group build of 2014, was it 14? It was 14. He sent a lot of data to all the to Nigel Wells and co-NC Mike Campbell, because again, that also was a large group build, and having spreadsheets and data sheets, it was great, because I was getting, even though I was going through a lot of personal stuff, I was also included in the loop of what was going on. And so I was reading all these spreadsheets going, wow, this is such a tremendous, a nice way of processing this, because it is a lot of data, and you kind of have to organize it a little bit. So when the Comfort Zone group build was coming into being, I said, okay, we're going to get a spreadsheet going just to make this thing comprehensible, because part of being a host is you have to watch videos, which is great, but how do you monitor all of it? It's really hard, it's difficult. And this is also, we'll go into thanking Hamilkar Barkas to have another person watching videos, because it's really quite impossible to watch every single video. It's not realistic. So having other people in the group build as far as hosting it is so much of a great importance. So Hamilkar Barkas, Michael, thank you so much for all that you did during this time. I know that you were busy with school and other things, but the time that you did contribute means a lot to me, so I thank you. And so going back to Mark O'Neill and the spreadsheets, so I started making my own, and the first ones were interesting. I'm not a data entry kind of person. I'm a school teacher, even though we do some paperwork, but it's already formatted. I just plug in stuff, attendance, grades, Anyway, I'm not even teaching right now. I'll be teaching a little bit later, but that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to make is that I started processing all this stuff, and it really helps. It helps a lot, because the numbers we're getting, there must have been about 60 participants with about maybe 50 entry videos. So, like, getting all that written down and processed made it a lot easier. In the beginning, it's intense because you're looking for all these videos, but once the videos come in, you write it down, and then within a month or two, you pretty much know who's active. And then some people, you know, they drop out because that's just the way things work. You know, this is life. Things get in the way. People had interests, and then they realize it wasn't realistic. Or maybe they'll, you know, finish it later, like a lot of us, especially me. So, having that spreadsheet was great, and by the time spring came in, you know, it was comfortable. I had a pretty good feel that I had most people, most participants documented. So Mark O'Neill, thank you so much for at least leaving a record so that I could use as a template to make the spreadsheets. And also, Mark, thanks for letting us use the Google site so that a lot of the YouTubers who, non-YouTubers, could participate and submit pictures. Which, I will say, we had a very good turnout for this group build. A lot of non-YouTubers. We probably had close to a dozen, and they're from all over the world. And that was amazing. It was really good. So the group build, going back to the participants now, we just had such a group from all over the globe. All over the place. I mean, okay, maybe not in the Antarctic, but still, there was a lot, and from a lot of places. So to reach out to all the model builders all around the world, that was pretty exciting. And to have all these different types of models, I think just about every genre participated. Maybe not finished, but we had some sci-fi, we had plenty of armor, plenty of aircraft, cars, race cars, and things that float on water. And I think we have a submarine that just came in maybe a month ago. So, and figurines. So, very, very impressed. Very impressed. And sci-fi, like fantasy. I think we had a vampire. So, I mean, that was pretty cool, you know. It's really neat. It's like a model show, just like in one group build. I would like to talk a little bit about, you know, the comfort zone, what it was, and what it is now for a lot of us. The comfort zone was probably something that we're like, I'm a little not sure if I really want to delve into this technique. It looks intimidating. I'm a bit scared. I don't know if I can do this. Somebody else can do it, but it won't be me. I think for a lot of model builders, we're all like that at one time or another. It's like anything else in life, job, other hobbies, other interests. We're all a little intimidated with the unknown. The unknown terrifies, I think, most of us. So the idea was to get out there and, you know what, just do it. Just like the Nike commercial for the Nike sneakers. Just do it. It won't be that bad. You know, it's like, you want to learn how to swim? Jump in the water. It doesn't have to be deep water, just get in there. Start paddling. No, just kidding. I'm sure there's a lot of people, learning how to swim is probably a frightening experience. I never had a problem with it, but if I look back at my childhood, and there are some kids I was in swimming class with, you know, that terrifies people. It's amazing. So, you know, if you take that to the hobby, yeah, we have stuff that's terrifying. For me, airbrushes have always been terrifying things. I owned an airbrush for almost a year. I never took it out of the box. I opened up the instructions, and I saw all the parts, and it freaked me out. And so I just put it back in the box, and like, nope, I'll just spray can. It's easy. I can control it somehow. It may not be great, but after a while, you know, it's like, all right, I have this thing. I better start using it. And now it's something that's comfortable. And it's not so afraid of it. And so some of us, most of us in the group build, I've been watching, a lot of us who have been watching each other's videos, and I've been seeing a lot of interesting techniques and going, wow, this person really jumped in there and really did some amazing stuff. Whether it's cutting a ship to make it waterline. I mean, I have a few kits that I want to do that as well, but I don't want to try it. I've never done it before, so I don't want to do it. But now I saw this individual do it, and I'm going, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So that's one thing. Someone trying out a whole other genre. Someone who's building an airplane, who usually builds cars. That's pretty cool, because I would like to build cars. I actually started one in the group build, and I realized, wow, cars are really hard. To get outside your genre and try out a lot of the techniques and build those particular models, that is very challenging. Yeah, so, car builders, that's a whole other planet. And I have utmost respect for any model builder of any other genre that is unfamiliar to my own. And like anything though, if you're going to get out there, you got to learn the tools of the trade and the techniques. And so to see all these different participants try all these different techniques and different genres, my hat goes off to all of us, and it was very inspiring. A lot of the models out there I saw, I would like to try, because some of it was very new to me as well, and I'm sure the same goes for the audience. So to have this group build was, as a comfort zone, was very exciting. I hope now your comfort zone is perhaps a little bit smaller, and your skill set got a little bit bigger. It doesn't have to be large, just a small step, that's fine. And I think that's a great accomplishment. So let's talk about the where we are. This is the finale. The slideshow will be up in just a moment. But I want to take this time to thank those who were able to submit some pictures for the slideshow, so that this video is not about me going blah blah blah. I actually am a shy, quiet individual, so talking in front of a camera is somewhat taxing. But over the year or years that I've been doing videos, it's become a little bit more comfortable. So for the finishers, thanks for getting the pictures in. And so we'll have the nice slideshow and see some of the stuff that's out here. For those that were unable to submit pictures, not a big deal. That's, it wasn't mandatory. So what I'm going to do is, you have finished reveal videos on your YouTube channel. So I'm just going to put the link down below in the description section of this video, and it'll be added to it, so that all the audience who are watching this video can go, okay, I can go check out these other links of these other finished builders. And for those who are unable to make it to the finish line, such as myself, and I think Hamilkar is also in the loop with some of his kits, you know what? Not a big deal. There's no shame in it. Things happen. And it's not a race. We have a deadline. You didn't make it. Not a big deal. You will finish it in time, when you're ready. And so, you know what? Continue making videos, and you'll get it done when you get it done. And when I get around to seeing it, I'll just add the link down below, and poof, all set. So no worries about all of that stuff. Not a big deal. So I've talked a lot, and I want to end the talking and get on with the show. So this is Russell Gosselin signing out to the Get Outside Your Comfort Zone group build. I thank all of you for taking part in it, and I hope that you continue on participating in other group builds throughout the internet or other clubs or organizations. They're great little modeling categories, and they're fun things to do, and I always support them as much as possible. So you guys model on, be safe, and enjoy this great hobby. Take care, and goodbye.